Hello, students. Today, we are going to learn about common Rubiaceae weeds in agricultural production. The Rubiaceae family is a vast plant family with approximately 600 genera and 13,000 species globally, and over 450 species in 75 genera in China. In agricultural ecosystems, some Rubiaceae species have rapid growth and strong reproductive capacity, becoming important crop weeds. In today's micro-lecture, we will use a three-step approach to identify Rubiaceae weeds. Step 1. Family markers of Rubiaceae. Rubiaceae weeds have three family identification features. Remember these, and you can recognize the family at a glance in the field. Leaf arrangement: leaves are opposite or whorled. Opposite means two leaves grow face to face on the stem, such as in Chinese fever vine. Whorled means three or more leaves grow in a ring around the stem, like a small pinwheel, such as the 6 to 8 whorled leaves of clovers. The secret of stipules: between two leaves there are stipules. Some are like small scales, such as in spreading hediotis. Some are like small triangles, such as in Chinese fever vine. Some are united with a leaf base, such as in broadleaf buttonweed. Stipules are an exclusive marker of Rubiaceae. Other families rarely have them. Flower characteristics. Flowers are sympatalous. Petals are fused together like a small funnel or trumpet. Colors are mostly white, yellow, or purple. Most importantly, the ovary is inferior. Sepals and petals grow on top of the ovary. The fruit is a drupe, such as the waxy yellow small spherical fruit of Chinese fever vine. Step 2. Personality profiles of four common Rubiaceae weeds. 1. Chinese fever vine, the foul-smelling vine, identification rhyme. Twining vine with foul odor, large opposite leaves with pointed stipules. Look at the stem perennial herbaceous vine, stem flattened cylindrical, can climb 3 to 5 meters high, like a green rope twining on shrub. Look at the leaves. Leaf blades ovate or ovate lanceolate, highly variable in size, 5 to 16 cm long. Opposite, papery texture when touched, veins obvious. Smell key point. When leaves or stems are crushed, they emit an odor of chicken manure plus grass. That's why it's called Chinese fever vine. This is its unique signature. Look at the flowers. Paniculate cymes, flowers pale purple, like small bells, with fine pubescence outside. Look at the fruits. Spherical small fruits. Waxy yellow when mature. Smooth and glossy, like small glass beads. Field reminder: Chinese fever vine often grows by streams and roadsides. Although foul-smelling, it is a common weed in dryland cultivation and competes with crops for sunlight. Remove promptly when discovered. 2. Spreading hediotis, the flip side of a field guardian identification rhyme: slender, spreading stem with linear leaves, white funnel flowers, small and light. Look at the plant form: annual small herb, stem branching from base, spreading on the ground like a small fountain. Plant height: 15 to 50 cm. Look at the leaves: linear to linear lanceolate, like fine needles. Opposite, without petiole, sometimes rough on lower surface. Look at the stipules. Stipules membranous, base connate, forming a sheath, apex with small teeth, like a small comb. Look at the flowers. Flowers solitary or paired in leaf axils, white funnel-shaped, very small, 3.5 to 4 mm long, like small trumpets. Look at the fruits: flattened spherical capsule, dehiscing loculicidally when mature. Seeds minute and angular. Note: spreading hediotis is often mistaken for a beneficial medicinal herb, but in farmland, it is a weed that competes for water and nutrients. Pay attention to identification, especially along moist field edges and ditches. 3. Cleavers, the sticky scratcher, wheat field, champion identification run backward, prickles on four-angled stems, whorled leaves like small saw blades. Look at the stem: annual trailing harp, stem four-angled. Cross-section like a square, with backward prickles on angles, feels prickly to touch, also called false cleavers. Look at the leaves, 4 to 8 leaves whorled, like small pinwheels, linear oblong ciliate. Leaf margins and midrib on lower surface also have backward prickles, will catch on clothing when brushed. Look at the flowers. Small yellowish-green flowers, four-parted, like small suns, clustered at stem apex, or in leaf axials. Look at the fruits. 2 merocarps joined together, spherical, densely covered with hooked bristles, like small hedgehogs. Bristles fall off when mature. 4. Broadleaf buttonweed. The foreign invader identification rhyme four-angled, thick stem with elliptic leaves, purple flowers hidden among stipules. Look at the stem perennial herb. Stems and branches distinctly four-angled and columnar, thicker than cleavers, stems pubescent. Look at the leaves. Elliptic or ovate, oblong, margins undulate, leaf surface smooth, petiole flattened. Look at the stipules. Stipules membranous, connate with leaf base. Flowers hidden inside the stipular sheath. Look at the flowers. Pale purple funnel-shaped flowers. Lobes linear, several flowers clustered inside stipular sheaths. Look at the damage. Native to South America, this is an invasive alien species that reproduces rapidly and displaces native plants. Step 3. 3 fresh techniques for field identification of Rubiaceae plants. 1. Feel the stem to detect ridges. Many Rubiaceae species have rigid stems. Chinese fever vine has flattened cylindrical stems. Cleavers has 4 angles. Broadleaf buttonweed has 4 angled columns. You can distinguish them by touch. 2. Count leaves to observe whorls. Cleavers has 4 to 8 whorled leaves. Chinese fever vine has opposite leaves, face to face. Spreading hediotis has opposite needle-like leaves. 3. Smell and examine fruits. Chinese fever vine has a foul odor when crushed. Cleavers fruits are like small hedgehogs. Spreading hediotis fruits are flattened spherical. These details are key. Students, although Rubiaceae weeds are well hidden, as long as you remember the family markers plus distinctive characteristics, and in the field, feel stems, count leaves, and smell, you will quickly become a weed identification expert. Alright students, that's all for today's micro lecture. See you next week.